Uh, let's try to get an understanding of conditional sentences. Conditional sentences. Now, conditional sentences usually start with the subordinating conjunction if. They call it the infamous if clause. And it could also start with when, if or when, but it's usually if. So let's look at some of these sentences. Now, I said before, they have what they call a zero conditional sentence, first conditional sentence, second conditional sentence, or third conditional sentence. Okay, so we're going to break those down. Okay, so we have real conditional. The real conditional is like the zero. And it's a general truth. It could be a scientific fact or a habit. Scientific fact or a habit. I want to move the board a little bit further. Okay. So, first sentence, and if you can't really see it well, write these sentences down. Okay? Write them down, and this way you could get a better understanding if you can't see the board well. First sentence, if water gets too hot, comma. Now remember, we're starting the sentence with a subordinating conjunction. So that's a dependent clause, and we have to place a comma, okay, at the end of the dependent clause. If water gets too hot, it boils. That's a scientific fact. If it reaches a certain heat, water reaches a certain level of heat, it boils. It's a general truth. So the verb here, gets, is going to be in the simple present. And in the response is going to be in a simple present. So the verbs is gets and boils. Gets and boils. Right? If my girlfriend gets angry, she yells. If my girlfriend gets angry, she yells. So again, this is the general truth. Gets is in the present tense, and yells is in the present tense. Okay? So those are general truth. Okay? So they could be scientific or they could be a habit. The first one is scientific. If water gets too hot, it boils. The second one is a habit. If my girlfriend gets angry, she yells. That's a habit she has. Okay? That's not true anyway. But anyway, I just made the sentence up. Next sentence. If it rains, I will wear a raincoat. So this is a possibility. Okay? It's a possibility. So if it rains, okay, if it rains, the verb is going to be in the present. And the response, I will wear a coat. Okay, will wear a coat. Or I could say, I could use a modal, I might wear a coat. Okay, so this is a possibility. It's a possibility. And this is going to be the first conditional. If plus subject plus base verb plus subject plus modal right? Modal verb, will or might, and the base verb. And this is a probability or possibility. Okay? If it rains, I will wear a coat. If it rains, I will wear a coat. If I am hungry, I will eat. So there's a possibility. If I am hungry, I will eat. It's a possibility. Okay, so we're going to go down to the next sentence. If I had had $1 million, I would buy 2 homes. If I had had $1 million, okay, I would buy 2 homes. I would buy, I might buy, okay, I will buy. So you can have different modals here. So that is going to be the third conditional. If plus past perfect. Had. If plus past perfect. If I had had. Then you have your subject, your modal, and then you have your past participle. Okay? Past participle. And that's unreal. That's an unreal conditional sentence. Here's another one. If I had studied law, right, I would have been, okay, excuse me. If I had studied law, I would been a lawyer. Excuse me, I would have been. My mistake. If I had studied law, I would have been a lawyer. That's the one that is the past perfect subject plus modal plus past participle. Past participle, have been. If I had studied law, I would have been a lawyer. Okay? And this is a mistake that people make a lot. So if you would say, you wouldn't say, if I was you, you would say, if I were you, not you. Excuse me. If I were you, I would study harder. You would not say, if I was you, I would study harder. If I were you, I would study harder. Okay, so we'll go over them again. If water gets too hot, it boils. That's real scientific, and that's considered a zero conditional. If my girlfriend gets angry, she yells. That's habitual. That's real. If it rains, I will wear a raincoat. There's a possibility. It may rain, it may not rain. I might wear a coat, I may not wear a coat. If I'm hungry, I will eat. Again, a possibility. Maybe I will eat, maybe I won't eat. If I had had $1 million, I would buy 2 homes. If I had had $1 million, I would buy 2 homes. That's unreal. If I had studied law, I would have been a lawyer. If I had studied law, I would have been a lawyer. And also, remember, you would say, If I were you. If I were you, you won't say if I was you. Okay, let me change the board. Okay, so far so good, right? So here we're doing some conditionals again. First conditional, real, and could be future. If I win the lottery, I will buy a home. If I win the lottery, I will buy a home. So here in the response, you have a modal verb. It could be, if I win the lottery, I might buy a home. It could also be, if I win the lottery, I could buy a home. I would buy a home. Okay, so it could be different modal verbs here. Different modal verbs. If Jose works hard, he will get a promotion. If Jose works hard, he will get a promotion. So here we have in the first sentence, if I win, simple present. If Jose works, simple present. And then we have the future here, will buy, will get. So we look at the second conditional, it's on real, and it's also present and future tenses. If I won the lottery, simple present, I will buy a house. If I won the lottery, I will buy a house. Okay? So this is going to be in the past, excuse me. Past. If I won the lottery, I will buy a house. In the past. If Jose worked hard, worked, simple past, he will get a promotion. If Jose worked hard, he will get a promotion. Will get. Future. And the third conditional is on real in the past. If I had one, okay, that's past perfect, I would buy, modal verb, a house. If I had won the lottery, I would buy a house. If Jose had worked, past perfect, he would have gotten a promotion. He would have gotten a promotion. Okay. So we're going to go to page 124. 124. And we're going to do practice 2. Okay, practice 2.
Page 124, exercise 2A. 1. Annette and William will take their children to Sea Adventure next month if William gets a few days off. 2.
If they get a discount, they will reserve a room at a hotel.
3. If prices are too high, they won't take an expensive vacation. 4.
We will have a picnic on Saturday if it doesn't rain.
5. If you give me the money, I will buy the concert tickets. 6.
If you come to Chicago, we will meet you at the airport.
7. They will fly to Miami next month if they find a cheap flight. 8.
We won't go camping if the weather is too hot.
9. If it rains, we will have the party inside. 10.
If she needs a rental car, she will look for one online.
Okay, I'll play it again for you.
Page 124, Exercise 2A. 1. Annette and William will take their children to Sea Adventure next month if William gets a few days off. 2.
If they get a discount, they will reserve a room at a hotel.
3. If prices are too high, they won't take an expensive vacation. 4.
We will have a picnic on Saturday if it doesn't rain.
5. If you give me the money, I will buy the concert tickets. 6.
If you come to Chicago, we will meet you at the airport.
7. They will fly to Miami next month if they find a cheap flight. 8.
We won't go camping if the weather is too hot.
9. If it rains, we will have the party inside. 10.
If she needs a rental car, she will look for one online.
Okay. So, a quick review. Conditionals. We have 0 conditionals. That means that in the if clause, the verb is going to be in the simple present, and in the response, the verb is going to be in the simple present. If it gets too hot, water will boil. Gets, simple present, boils, simple present. Then you have your first conditional. If I win, simple present, the lottery, I will buy a house. And the second conditional, which is unreal, it would be if I won the lottery, I will buy a house. And the third conditional, which is imaginary, unreal also, if I had won the lottery, I would have bought a house. That's what it should be. Okay? No, if I had won the lottery, I would buy a house. Excuse me. And the other, if Jose works hard, he will get a promotion. If Jose works hard, he will get a promotion. The next sentence in the second conditional would be if Jose worked hard, simple past, he will get a promotion. Okay? And in the third conditional, if Jose had worked hard, he would have gotten a promotion. Okay. So that's a lot of information on conditionals. When we get back together, we're going to work on the future time clauses. Future time clauses will open up our next session. Have a good day. Take good care of yourself. Stay safe. See you next week. So long. Ciao. Bye.